Watch out for that!
3. Yes, there he is. The king of the jungle. And there's nothing George likes more than saving his subjects.
Me save you, big pretty kitty!
Yes, George loves helping his animals. It's only 10 a.m. and George already helped a zebra find her stripes. Plucked a baby ape to safety. And helped a sad hyena laugh again.
Oh, phew. Oh, you're welcome, kitty.
Nice work, George. But does it seem odd how many rescues we've performed today?
No, me love rescues. Must stop sloth dance battle. Sloth, wait! You no dance fight, you dance friends. Watch me show you. Friends, 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 friends.
Another one?
You're welcome, baby monkey.
Wait a second. George just rescued you from the river.
That was my twin. Yeah, come on, let me go, bub.
You've got wrinkles and tattoos. What's going on here?
Name's Mildred, performer with Jungle Theater. Okay, gang, the game's up. Take your bows. Bravo, bravo. Me not know why bees sting me for real, but me love it. And scene.
Actors never work for free. Someone put them up to this. Someone who wanted to keep you busy. But who? Where did he get that?
It fall out of Baby Ape's pocket.
The Ape Council is behind this.
It's ludicrous! Preposterous!
Mystery solved! High five!
Mystery not solved. I want answers, and I'm not stopping until...
Fine, it was us. Look, the Queen of the Desert is due to arrive any day now. This being the year of the Sacred Jungle Beach Party.
Every 3 years, the ape clans gather and conduct time-honored beach rituals. The construction of the sandcastle, the beach blanket boogie, and of course, the sacred volleyball tournament and weenie roast. But without a sand shipment from the Queen of the Desert, you can't make a beach. And no beach equals no beach party.
We need that sand or all this awesome stuff we mail-ordered is for naught. Naught.
So?
So we always negotiate with the Queen of the Desert for her sand.
So?
We've seen George's negotiation skills.
It's true.
No deal. Okay, me give you everything. Me say no deal.
George is the only person in history to have negotiated with themselves and lost.
There's a new Queen of the Desert, so this is our chance to get our sand without giving up too many bananas. Bananas! We're putting a temporary king of the jungle in George's place until negotiations are over.
What?
Chicken butt, all hail the new king!
Ursula? Me new king?
No, not her! All hail the new King Log!
We can't sit around and let a log take your place. George, what are you doing?
Writing letter to log. Say hello. You seem like nice fellow.
1, that's not a pen, and 2, that's not paper. It's a turtle. And 3, you have to prove you're the better king before the Queen of the Desert gets here, or the council will never reinstate you.
You right, Ape?
2 orders of business. 1, you've got a letter. 2nd, there are 2 warring tribes of lemurs across the jungle. You need to negotiate a peace settlement.
George, get there first and save day. Easy. That terrible ape. Lemurs so mean to George. because of Log.
Why are you crying, George?
George not good king. And George always cry at weddings.
You are a good king, George. We just need to show the council that.
In honor of the log bringing peace to the warring lemurs, an honorary lunch buffet!
This George's chance to show how good king he really is by eating like king.
Remember, a real king shows patience and restraint. George?
Good! Eat everything! George, sleep everything!
George! You ruined the buffet.
That's terrible. Look, the log didn't eat a thing. It wants us to have its food.
But it's a log.
Welcome to the Camel Council. Colonel Osiris, Lady Hecate, and Alice, the camel of many hops. When shall we meet your new queen?
In good time. Until then, we are eager to see the ritual dance performed by your new king. This new king's dance is a little lackluster.
George, this is your last chance to show them you're a better king than a log.
No way Log danced better than George. George got sweet moves. Hit it, Monkey Bear.
You're doing a rock dance.
Yeah, George do rock.
Oh, no!
Stop dancing before you hurt someone.
But George won't show everyone he good king.
It's okay, George. I still believe in you.
Our new queen arrives!
She pretty.
That's the new queen?
The sun sets. Let the negotiations begin.
It's been hours and the log hasn't said anything, but neither has the new queen. Wait, what's this? The log is definitely winning because, well, it's a log.
Camel Council cold. George put wood on sacred fire.
George, that's the log.
Oh, me burned king! Me burned queen!
George, you smashed them into a termite mound.
Oh, no!
I saved her! I saved her!
We're outraged and demand you surrender the entire jungle to us.
No, Alice. That's not fair.
Who be you?
Me, Neferata, real queen of desert.
Me, George, real king of jungle. But why you no do negotiations?
Council tell Neferata she too smart for negotiations.
Oh, dear.
Okay. What fastest animal in jungle? Cheetah or gazelle?
With jetpack or without.
Whoa! You smart!
Me test you. What Neferata's favorite ice cream?
Chocolate?
It is? We never have ice cream before. You smart.
It okay, everybody. We both smart. Negotiations begin again.
Me like George. He have good heart.
George like Neferata. Me give you whole jungle.
Okay, then me give you whole desert. Okay, all done. Bring sand. Time for bleach party.
Why don't we just call it even, okay?
Good job, King of the Jungle. I knew you were the right king for the job, George. George? I can't move.
George stuck too!
Don't worry. Tide, come in. Wash us free.
Hooray!
The jungle has many seasons. This, for example, is the hot season. You can tell because the hippos are melting. And this, as you may have guessed, is the rainy season, followed, of course, by shark season, which is itself followed by clean season, and then flying mudball season, which is the harbinger of the worst season of all, Firenado season, or, as George so quaintly calls it,
Volcano fart season!
George, you saved everyone in the Firenado's path.
George, see if it gone yet. Nope, it's still there.
5 months later,
Here, birdie bird. I just want to give you kisses with the inside of my mouth. Here, Magnolia. Ursula just want to give you.
George, we need food, and we need it fast.
Okay, George, go for snacks.
Or just say we eat George.
No. George, say.
That's very nice, George.
You don't want to eat George. One George not be enough for everyone anyway. Stay here where it's safe. George gets snacks.
But it's too dangerous out there.
It's too dangerous in here. Back, zippy flash.
George, watch out for the Firenado.
Huh? Where is George? Wow.
well, this is delicate. How does a narrator break the news to his main character that he's, well...
Just spit it out already. Down here, kiddo. In the puddle.
Crowley and I!
Name's Lumpy Joe, actually, and I'm here to show you around Firenado, the heavenly home of the greatest kings and queens the jungle has ever known. Ooh, no kidding, right? These are all the kings and queens who came before you, buddy. Queen Rubber Arms, the throwiest. Ain't nobody throw an angry monkey further than her. Like 2 miles. Whoosh! King Vegas, the styliest. Hair that could stop a charging rhino in its tracks. And did. King Bodang Slammer, the strongest. He moved a river to save his jungle when everyone was all thirsty. And then moved it back real fast to save him from drowning. Queen Ice Veins, the bravest. She tamed the jungle while wearing a dress made of raw pork chops. King Turf Burner, the fastest. He raced lightning and won. See? He just went to France and back. And I'm King Lumpy Joe, the very first king of the jungle. Come on up and take your rightful place among the greats, Georgie boy.
George, very honored. He always try hard to be good king of jungle.
So, what's your story? Tell us, and we'll carve it up on these pillars here for eternity and stuff.
Well, friend's very hungry, so George go for snacks and step into Firenado. Ouch.
King George who went for snacks and got burned to a crisp?
Yep.
Get back to the living. And don't come back till you've done something great, you no-good bum.
Now?
For the 10th time, no, we're not eating him.
Rats!
Hey, George go to Crazy Vine Hollow place with other kings and queens. They tell George he not great king. They say his bum no good.
What? George, you're a fine king. Remember when you rescued Dennis? Who else would give a skunk mouth? And what about that time you saved Jerry? Who else is strong enough to give a giraffe the Heimlich? Only the great ape knows how he accidentally swallowed Dennis. And you rescued everyone here from the Firenado.
And right now, you're protecting me from this hungry mob, right?
Nobody eat Magnolia. That's not okay.
George, right. She too stringy.
See? You're a great king. At least that's what we'd say if we weren't going to starve.
No worry. George has idea. He get food and prove he great king to Vine Holla. Just need to be brave like Queen Ice Veins.
Queen who? George, wait!
For first time, George smelled good.
You gotta do something great, not stupid.
Huh?
I told them they could eat your legs, but they had to stop at your knees.
Braveness not enough to be great king. This time George be brave and run fast like King Turf Burner.
Cats have 9 lives, but I'm afraid George might be pushing it.
Ursula afraid he'd get too dry and chewy.
Problem obvious. Need to be brave and fast and have great hair like King Vegas.
George, hairspray and fire don't! George, stop this madness. You'll never make it through the Firenado alive.
Ape, right. George must put out Firenado. And everyone have snacks, and George will be great king. So George be strong, like King Bodang Slammer.
George, you can't wrestle fire!
Ursula like hers, medium rare.
Go play Firenado!
Keep this up and you'll wind up where all the bad jungle kings and queens go.
No, George don't want to go to Vine Hella.
George, stop! Your brain's been overcooked! Fighting a Firenado with your bare hands isn't a sound strategy!
Ape, right. Fighting is bad. George will eat Firenado.
George, I don't know where you're getting all these terrible ideas, but stop! You're not being yourself!
Ape, right. So, what would George do? Instead of fighting, George make friends with Firenado.
Only George would be kind-hearted enough to befriend a Firenado. Then again, there isn't much left to burn.
It's amazing. Aw, he's even taking Bernie canoeing.
Bernie, you smell something?
Congratulations, Georgie boy! You finally pulled off a feat worthy of a place in Firenado. You will be known forever as King George the Trickiest.
Trickiest? But George not tricky.
Pretending to be friends with a Firenado so you can lure it into the river. What's sneakier than that?
But George really is best fire friend with Bernie.
What next? Card night with the wind? Bowling with the air?
Don't listen to them, Bernie. George always be friend. You want to try on king hat?
Who let that fire in here? Somebody put that thing out!
Run, Bernie!
You no good bum!
George, you're alive!
We were so worried.
Maybe George not strongest, smartest, fastest, or even have best hairdo, but he promised to be king of jungle with biggest heart.
Already accomplished, my friend.
Becoming...
If you're like me, you probably think, man, it'd be great to be a gorilla. Lounging around the jungle, eating bananas whenever you want. And don't get me started about all that amazing body hair. Lush. But some apes have it hard.
Stop! I'm awake! I'm up! Ow! George, time to get up.
George don't want to get up. Little me trapped in metal! Ape, George can feed himself. Frog? Oh, super big?
No, George, the frog is close. Now, it's just further away.
Frog shrink! How it goes so tiny! Frog magic!
That's a serious snake jam. We'll have to untangle it and...
Ape? Help?
I'll get the soapy water.
Ape! Ape! George needs you!
How did you get a bucket stuck on your head?
How else George know if it fits? George no likey.
It's just a spoon. There's no little George in it.
Ah! Little George scared too!
Everything okay, George?
George can't find way out!
Turn the door handle, George.
Tiny room filled with water!
Those were the taps, George. What do you mean you just lost it? How do you lose your arm?
It looking at me.
It's meatloaf, George. I make it for you every Thursday.
It alive?
It's not alive.
Then where it go, huh? It go home to meet friends, plan revenge.
And then the good jungle King George lived happily ever after. Good night, George.
Good night, Ape.
Why was there jam inside my laser cannon? Cuspid?
Oh, you were talking to me. Well... Ugh.
jam makes everything better.
I just need to get outside for a second.
It's not that I'm sad, it's not that I'm mad, it's just that I wonder if I've sometimes been had. Just like a flower, I need room to grow. Just like the wind, I need space to blow. A brain needs to think, a skunk needs to stink, but I'm like a pen that's run out of ink. I only have one question, but it's more than essential. I wonder, just I wonder, am I living up to my potential, potential, potential? What? No, no, no. That'll never work for a trip to Mars. You'll be pulled into Jupiter's gravity well. There. Much better. Knight takes queen in 6. Ah! Checkmate. Now that's a pickle. But if you solve for the square root of x, then it's just an inverse polynomial.
Whoa, hold on. It's okay. I just want to talk to someone with an IQ in the triple digits. I mean, have you seen Cuspid? Gotta love him. But he's basically a walking display of my failure. I figured maybe we could...
Are you asking me out?
just to hang out and talk about smart stuff. I don't know. It's a stupid idea.
One condition. No evil.
No goody-goody stuff either.
Pinky swear.
So, do you like hyper chess?
Never heard of it. Kidding. I invented it. Who'd have thunk that we'd have the same favorite noble gas?
Where Ape been?
Oh, you know, the jungle.
Ape missed George drown in cereal, and lake on fire, and bathroom swim, and bedtime story. George even do meatloaf night himself.
Argon. What happened here?
Oh, Doc! Oh my gosh, thank goodness you're back. There was an imposter, but don't worry, I got him good. Where were you anyway? You missed video games and flossing. And my birthday?
I was counting
Trees?
you know.
1, 2, tree?
Wait, trees can't count.
Hey, there's more than 1, 2 trees in the jungle. What's going on?
Maybe a death laser?
You promised no evil. How about an eco-tank that shoots out trees?
Ew, that's so goody-goody I'm getting covered in brownie points just thinking about it.
If you've got a better idea of what to build this afternoon...
Giant robot? It's a classic.
Too easy. Make it a giant robot octopus and I'm in.
Done! Huh, we've got about an hour until Cuspid and George accidentally set something on fire, so that's more than enough time.
Ape, how could you?
Doc, why I never?
Your doctor stole my ape!
Your ape stole my doctor!
What you do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
We should work together and teach them a lesson.
Yeah, but with who?
And done.
48 minutes. Not bad. Who wants to take her out for a scuttle first?
We know Ape and Doctor's secret.
Yeah, we know it all.
Cuspid, get out of there this minute!
George, come down and I'll explain everything.
No!
Not till Ape and Doctor make up to George and Big Tooth Thing for lying.
Forget
Please.
it. No problem.
It's only right. We're sorry.
We'll never lie to you two again.
Now, will you please get out of our octopus?
George say okay.
No, I can't stay mad at you.
We don't do this.
A tree launcher? We said no goody-goody stuff.
A death laser? That's evil, you weaselly little cheat! If we don't do something quickly...
Our two idiots will explode themselves.
And so, to save their best pals, Ape and Dr. Chicago quickly came up with an incredibly smart plan.
From a gas into a liquid!
A plan so brilliant, so ingenious, so incredible, that it was far too smart for our writers or artists to think up or draw.
Phew, not too close for George.
No kidding. I'm gonna need at least 3 fillings.
We're just glad you're safe-ish. You know, George tests the limits of my intellect every single day.
It's true. Without Cuspid, my life would be far too easy. Better, but too easy. Plus, you and I are too different to stay friends. Tree planting?
Death lasers. Enemies again? How did you get a bucket on your head again?
One of the rarest and most exotic of jungle fauna, the floofer beast, is famous for exactly 2 things. Its luxurious feather fur worth millions on the runways of Paris, Milan, and Saskatchewan. And of course, floofing. But since we can't actually show floofing for reasons of common decency, we'll have to do this.
That's right. Floof away. While Tiger gives you hippies a laser-guided haircut. Blast! This jungle's supposed to be my personal huntopia, paid for by selling tiny floofy clothes to models all over the world. But no matter what I try, that George of the jungle is always in the way. The Studley net launcher. The macho pit trap. The positively dripping with testosterone rope snare.
Maybe we could get him out of the way first?
Top-notch brain work, Weevil, and bottom-rung timing. Why didn't your brain butter this up earlier?
You know, maybe we could get George out of the way first.
Why, ow, Weevil?
Maybe we could get George out of the way first.
Quiet, Weevil.
Maybe we could get George out. No reason.
Come, Weevil. Catching that fool will be the simplest of gambits. We have everything we need. Blast!
Are you a prince?
Weevil, hold your lips. 1, there's no kissing in the jungle, and 2, this is a poisonous no-licky frog, and it's exactly what we need.
Yes, the no-licky frog, one of nature's cruelest inside jokes. Years ago, they were actually known as, wow, you've really got to try this. Go on, give it a good licky frogs. This was due to their unique flavor, which has been described as butterscotch mixed with happy memories of childhood. The frogs got so tired of being licked that they held a vote. It was unanimous. They wanted the licking to stop. They presented their idea to the Ape Council. But the council had one of their own.
Now, trap me 100 more for morning. I'm taking a strategic eye nap. Come now, man! Put a frog in your mouth!
Oh, George got a little crazy with coconut milk last night. Where head medicine? George, late for first patrol! Ooh, are you a prince?
George, another late morning? Ugh! What a mess of strange flesh-like pudding.
Hey! Ah, George! Hold on! Turtle?
Worst case of no-licky frog poisoning I've seen this week.
Fix George!
Yes, please tell us there's a...
There's no cure. It's incurable. The way I see it, your days as king are done.
Surely there are options.
There are tons of options for someone in your condition. George can be a throw rug, modern art, pizza dough.
But George, you know what?
Don't interrupt me when I'm on a roll, son. A hammock. Better than cardboard. An oversized coaster.
No! George Jungle King, not Jungle Coaster. Super Beast need George. Little help here?
I'll get the bucket.
You're a fancy one, but not for long.
Stop, rapscallions!
Let George at hunters! Ape, wake up! No time for nap! George stuck! Ape! George, not give up!
Floofing happened here. Extra floofy. They can't be far.
Yeah! George from above! Bad Eagle! Put George down! George, order Eagle! Take George back to... Aww. Hold on, Flipper Beast! Ow, 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 ow! I'm coming! Ow, 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 ow! Must ooze faster! Oh, George will stop you! George failed, Floofer Beasts. George no good to anyone. Floof! Maybe one thing George can do. Oh, George bad king, but good blanket. Wait, George have brain thought thing. Wait, no! Stop, Floofer Beast! George Collywall here because George need help stopping Tiger and Weevil.
What happened to you?
He licked a no-licky frog.
One of these?
Wait!
Oh, yeah. Tastes like life.
George have idea, but need sewing machine and friends with bones.
You floofed your last floof. What? Weevil! Someone's poaching my floofer beasts!
can still be good king, with help.
You itchy! Put hair on outside next time.
Put on your shearing pants, Weevil. You've got feathers to shave. No one gets to jump on Tiger!
Let the floofer beast go!
Yes, do that now!
It's nap time!
Now!
That isn't sporting. It's just weird. Come on, man!
George Goes Ape, floofer beast. I love you, Ape.
Feathers in a can. Now the floofer beast won't have to suffer. I never would have thought this up without my new lab coat.
George helped Magnolia do science.
You bet. Hey, knock it off. This is a kid's show.
Magnolia, George no can turn away.
Yes!
Leotard?
Too retro.
How about a nice blazer?
Too fancy.
Sorry, George, but we're running out of clothes to turn you into.
George, I'm going to turn you into an amazing dress.
And how'd that stop Tiger and Weevil?
And since when do you care about dresses?
Okay, it won't, and I don't. But the science awards are coming up, and I'll be the only one there wearing another human being. How cool is that?
Right. How about a nice apron?
Ape, it's time to stop fooling around.
And turn into my living dress?
No, George have to hit Tiger where it hurts. George, perfect fit.
Get off me! I only wear natural fibers! Weevil!
No, that hunter man wears George's jacket from now on. Me, king of jungle, strong as me can be. Me watch up for that tree.
Sweaters don't sing!
Run to me and me. Me watch up for that tree. Yeah. Me, king of jungle, strong as me can be.
Finally. By Hemingway's ghost, I had a horrible dream.
Really? Tell George about it. Ooh, now George belly top. Daring.
Like so many men before, I have been defeated by fashion.
Tiger?
No, Weevil. Turn away before I... Man cry. I'll give you anything if you'll just unbutton yourself and slip off my shoulders, sweater man.
Tiger promised to leave Floofer Beast alone.
Yes! I swear it!
High five, Ape!
Yes, George, you moved! You're getting better! You were wrong.
I guess that's what happens when you're not a real doctor.
Oh.
I thought you'd be thrilled.
George just found pattern for scarf and Ape birthday coming.
George, I'd wear you any day.